Hello, welcome back to more GBO2 today. We have the Black Rider today. So this is one that, honestly, I don't think I've gotten a single good round with. I have had a really tough time using it. I feel like I just get myself too isolated whenever I use it, which is it's kind of a result of it being really easy to isolate yourself with. Kind of the typical melee raid issue to a certain degree of, well, it wants to be right up in an enemy's face, so you want to get in an enemy's face, but in addition, it's that right there. It's having that cloak, which, yes, that does make it completely invisible, and then I want to go and pursue things, and then I get myself completely all on my own with nobody who can help me. We're also not really doing great in this particular confrontation here. You saw we did miss with the rail gun, I think it is. Didn't get a whole lot. I'm not sure what happened there, where you saw he took damage, and yet dealt damage as well? I'm very confused as to why that happened. It really should have been, I thought it should have been some sort of clash or something like that. But yeah, first life down without really much to speak for. We got a couple hits in, but didn't actually do good. I'm kind of flopping over some of my weapon swaps as well, too, admittedly. Missed some shots with the railgun, which is not great. I always forget, too, this does have a flash bomb. The flash bombs are really hard to land sometimes, which is why... I think it has a flash bomb anyway. I actually don't completely know what that does. I know I get a defense boost off of it, but I don't understand what it does outside of that. But I am going to go ahead and use the cloak here to slip right out from in front of the support there, and hopefully come up this walkway here to actually properly get the jump on him like this thing's designed to do. But with it wearing off, he now can see me. I'm not sure if it has stealth, so I might have also popped up on radar. But I did manage to force him out of his position, which leaves him vulnerable to other members of my team as well. So even if I don't necessarily do a ton of damage to him, which I did anyway, but even if, it did still mean that he put himself in a much worse position. We're getting some damage here on the Marseille as well. I think that's... I don't actually know if that's a standard Marseille or not, because I can't quite remember how many Marseilles are even in the game in the first place. I think it's a standard. Unfortunately, the cloak didn't help us there, because he hit us anyway. I honestly have no idea if that was him intentionally aiming for us, or just I walked in the way. I have no clue. No clue at all. Either way, I still got hit. Probably should have moved forward. Looking back on that interaction with the... White Rider piped up over the ledge, and I pulled back. Probably should have actually pushed forward. I think I might have maybe done some good if I'd done that instead of trying to... Not sure why I'd want to get distance, considering this is a melee suit. And this is when I remembered that that suit, which I forget the name of, has active guard, which is always fun, but we're not gonna mess up our own setup, right? I keep forgetting that the cloak drops as soon as you do anything else. Boost, weapon swap, anything. So I used the cloak to try and disappear to sort of reset, because there were two of them on me, and then immediately switched to my weapons and dropped the cloak. But he did tackle. I think he expected me to move closer and then try to melee, which to be fair, I was trying to do. But he tackled way too early, and that gave me the opportunity I needed. Didn't, why is that White Rider again funny? White Rider. It's that White Rider again, too. How funny is that? I would like to think that I'm eventually going to get some vengeance on him, but honestly, I don't think I did. White Rider's really cool, by the way. I really need to take mine out more often. The White and Black Riders are fascinating suits. They're just a little tricky. White Rider is interesting because it's a support, but It's kind of lacking in its ranged game. That was also an unfortunate hit there. I'm now going to get kind of stun-locked to oblivion a little bit. Trying to pull out a little bit, just gain some kind of cover so that I can start a proper approach. But you can see, I should not move forward here. I'm looking at that, and I'm like, that's the support. Those are both of the supports. That's what I should be focusing on. But it's two of them. Oh, sorry, it's three of them. It's both supports and an allied general right there. Not really anything I can do there. I can't, like, push forward like that. At best, if I had waited for that cloak to reset, I might have been able to move in with the cloak. But even then, it would have been isolated 3 versus 1 scenario. Probably not going to win that. Maybe there are some people out here who can win that, but it would be tricky regardless. So we lost that life, achieving very little. Did hit some ranged hits, though, and that's pretty awesome. But ultimately, it wasn't enough to even drop anything. So, wasn't great, but we're back on the field now. Back in a mobile suit, back to trying to find angles to move up. It's that White Rider again. Now, hopefully, I'm going to cloak and move up right behind the White Rider. I'm hopefully not going to mess that up again. And there we go. Finally get that melee damage in. I'm so glad that landed. I really thought it wasn't going to. It wasn't enough to kill, but almost was. I actually hope somebody else can manage to finish him off now, because I'm not sure when my next opportunity to do it is going to be. But you can see full well, I am trying. I am trying my best to try and figure out how to get to him, and ended up encountering one of the other supports instead. Landed. Oh, he tackled through it, but we did land it. Got the kill. Yup, went into the... I'm so happy. I was just thinking, need to go into the cloak to find a new target, reset. He did get away from me there, unfortunately. But he's on in a 2v1 scenario right now, and, well, maybe my downfall is that I'm over-aggressive. Yeah, no, my downfall is that I'm over-aggressive, because he's got type advantage, he's pulled back way too far, I really need to back off here, and instead I'm going to keep pushing. Now, he is isolated, but he's not that isolated anymore, actually. We're getting a couple licks in, trying to find a better target, though, because at this point he is, like, way too far away, and I think that was the White Rider again. I've got a suspicion. It was, in fact, the White Rider again, who I don't think anybody managed to finish... Excuse me. Who I don't think anybody managed to finish off yet, by the way. I'm waiting to see that assist pop up, because I did a lot of damage to him earlier. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. Where, if I can get a glimpse at his health bar, we'll know for sure. But, quite frank... Oh, there he is. He's right on top of that hill. I really hope I turn around before the end of this. I got a tackle before the end of this. That's nice. But no, I didn't get to take a look at it. I don't think anybody else managed to finish him off. That's kind of impressive, actually. I might have to roll that back just to figure out if anybody managed to take him out or not. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't think I've ever done great with it, but I did get top damage. So I figured I'd show off this round instead of the one that was even worse. Some really cool moments with the cloak, by the way, with the other round. But oh boy, did it not actually come out well. I'm gonna use this one more. I love its kit, but just... I think it's dumb, by the way, though, the whole cloak thing. That doesn't make sense. How is there a mobile suit that has an invisibility cloak during the 1-year war? Absolutely absurd. Regardless, I need to spend more time with it, because that was abysmal, but it's a cool kit. But anyway, that'll be the end of this video for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.